Good evening. I'd like to call the June 6th meeting of the Ashland Board of Health to order. The first thing on the agenda is citizen participation. Do I have anybody? Can the Zoom people hear? Oh.
Yes, they can.
Okay, it went away.
Justin, did you unmute the Zoom?
I think we're good to go. Okay. All right. Well, the next thing on the agenda is we were supposed to be introduced to our new board member, David Kinsman, but he's unable to join us tonight. So the next thing on the agenda is the Mary Mortensen 6th Annual Public Health Award presentation. And the recipient this year is Marie Kane. Yay. Michael, do you want to go first?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, members of the Board of Health. Thank you, Mrs. Kane, for being you. Wow, I haven't seen this room this filled in such a long time. It's definitely been before the pandemic, and it's all to honor you. So I can't think of a more deserving way to fill this room than to honor your work, Mrs. Kane. Tonight, we are here to celebrate and honor Marie Kane for being the recipient of the Mary Mortensen Health Award. Since her son Kevin was diagnosed with cancer almost 30 years ago, Marie and her late husband Bernie worked tirelessly to bring awareness to the toxic consequences of the Nyanza chemical plant here in Ashland. Through the Kane's efforts, a scientifically confirmed deeper link was found between Nyanza and cancer cases throughout the town, leading to further cleanup of the area. I had first met Marie during my initial months as town manager as a controversial development project was both proposed and permitted next to the Nyanza cap. Those were fun times, right, everybody? I was always impressed with her passionate but respectful advocacy to ensure that anything that was done in that area was done safely, which led to positive changes in both the design and other aspects of that project. Mrs. Kane and the group that she helped found, the Ashland Citizens Action Committee, worked with town officials to realize that there was still more work that needed to be done around the Nyanza site, which is the source point for the groundwater contamination that we still deal with today. She was an integral part of the efforts to get the Environmental Protection Agency to develop a plan to treat that groundwater contamination, which was recently funded by the EPA at $20 million. And while it will take a long time to completely clean up, we know that this first step is taken and that the major hurdle of funding has been overcome. Notably, EPA's announcement and work occurs in 2023, which will mark the 25th anniversary of her son Kevin's passing. Mrs. Kane reminds me so much of the late Mary Mortensen, which is why I was so privileged to nominate her for this award. Both had the community's well-being both at the top of their mind and deep in their heart. Their efforts were mostly done in the background, without fame or recognition. Yet they were some of the most effective advocates for the things that they believed in. Their sincere humility was one of their greatest strengths, and I know Mary would be proud of the work Mrs. Kane has done in the community. To put things succinctly, Mrs. Kane is deserving of this award because she is the definition of effective advocacy, persistence, and determination. And undoubtedly, her efforts over the last 25 years have made Ashland a safer and healthier place for all. So thank you, Mrs. Kane.
We go way back to the St. Bridget's days when I was the assistant safety officer, and I used to pull unannounced fire drills and lockdown drills on it. We did. Oh, God. Do I have the mic? Or I can turn it around for you. Okay, perfect. So Marie, this is the Board of Health proclamation. Whereas the Ashland Board of Health, in honor of our longtime Board of Health member Mary Penny Mortensen, has established an annual award in her name, and whereas the Ashland Board of Health presents the Mary Mortensen Public Health Award annually to a deserving community member or organization by nomination and a vote of the board. And whereas Marie Kane and her late husband, Bernie Kane, the devoted parents of Kevin Kane, an extraordinary young man whose courage and perseverance to seek the truth led to the confirmation of a deeper link between the Nyanza chemical plant and cancer cases throughout the town. And whereas Marie Kane, together with the Ashland Citizens Action Committee, passionately advocated to bring awareness to the toxic consequences of Nyanza chemical plant and worked tirelessly to ensure the safety of development projects proposed in the area of the Nyanza site. And whereas Marie Kane has been an integral part of the efforts to get the Environmental Protection Agency to develop a plan to treat the groundwater contamination, the recent announcement of the EPA funding for Nyanza means the assurance of cleaner water and soil, making Ashland a safer and healthier place for all, and fulfilling the promise made to Kevin. Now, therefore, we, the Board of Health for the town of Ashland, do hereby recognize and honor Marie Kane as this year's recipient of the Mary Mortensen Public Health Award. We urge all residents to make known their appreciation for Marie Kane's devotion to the town of Ashland. We wish her good health and good fortune.
This will only take 2 minutes, everybody. Good evening to everyone. First of all, let me thank Michael Herbert for nominating me to this most prestigious award, and to the Board of Health for unanimously agreeing with it. Thank you so much. Although I'm extremely proud and happy to have received this award, I feel as though it really belongs to my son, Kevin. But I gladly accept it in his name. During the 11 months of his illness, Kevin believed that his extremely rare cancer, which had been diagnosed in 1997, was caused by Nyanza, the toxic waste site in our town. He worked tirelessly to convene a group of people, headed by Suzanne Condon, at that time the Assistant Commissioner of Health in Boston. Following an 8-year study, which concluded in 2006, it was determined beyond a doubt that Nyanza had been the cause of his death and the death of so many others. And so many others. Sadly, Kevin never got to see the fruits of his labor. So here's to Kevin. He didn't die in vain. As it takes a village to raise a child, it took a village to complete the work begun so long ago. I will be remiss, however, if I do not mention two very important people. That would be Kara Tyrrell and Danny Burrell. Kara, will you stand, please? Danny is not here, sadly, but I'll get to him. Without their untiring efforts over the years, I would not be standing here receiving this recognition. It belongs to them as well. And for Bernie, my husband, who would love to be here this evening, but I know he's in heaven with our son, cheering us on. There is one other individual, Michael Henry, who most of you may not know, who is responsible for our website, which chronicles the events that have occurred over the past 25 years. For anyone interested in further history, please check out our website at www.kevinkaneslegacy.com. Our memorial garden, located on Memorial Drive, is currently undergoing more work. Work that has been delayed for many reasons, COVID being one of them. The goal for completion will be later this summer. People impacted by Nyanza People impacted by Nyanza, the garden will become a place to visit and remember those folks lost to cancer as a result of Nyanza, and a place for healing, contemplation, and prayer for all people. I urge everyone to go to the website for further information. And to everyone, I would like to extend my thanks for all that you have done to make this day so special for me. I said a prayer for you today. I know God must have heard. I felt the answer in my heart, although he spoke no word. I didn't ask for wealth or fame. I knew you wouldn't mind. I asked that he send blessings of a far more lasting kind. I asked that he be near you at the start of each new day, to grant you health and blessings and friends to guide your way. I asked for happiness for you in all things, great and small. But it was for his loving care I prayed the most of all. Thank you all.
So there's the Mary Mortensen plaque sits outside the Board of Health office, and Marie's name's already been added to it. So we'll go up there tonight. Oh, anybody else? Would anybody else like to say anything? Don't stop.
So this recognition is emotional for me as well. My name is Diane Mortensen, who, those of you who don't know me, my husband Ron and I are here, and my sister-in-law Susan and her husband are watching virtually. My mother-in-law obviously meant a lot to us. She did a lot for this community, and she would be deeply honored. We both worked with Marie for many years in regards to the Nyanza project, and I'm very happy that you are the recipient this year. Thank you very much, and thank you to the board for continuing to do this. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yes, Dr. Sony. Very, very prestigious and honor to have Marie be a recipient. She's basically the twin of Mary herself. How well she has carried her family is a proud Kane legacy with the bumps in the road that happens together. Recently, me and Mrs. Kane, Marie, we shared a hug recently at my house because she was delivering Meals on Wheels. And then I have her come into the house to see my dad. Family to family is what this award actually means to me. Family to family, and understand that the Canes is a family friend of the DeSonis for years on before. And yes, during the tragic years with Tim's death on Nyanza, I myself got closer to the family to respect and understand what a death means in the family that could have been preventable, but also understanding that it's something that is a legacy now. So through Mark DeSone's heart, the DeSone's family heart, to the Kane family heart, to Marie, it is worth this award to carry on. And I shared that Mary Mortensen and myself and my mom, oh, excuse me for taking my face off there, and appreciate, because through the two, Mary herself and Marie, my mom, would have been proud to carry on the female strengths of what they have together. And this town is feeling strong with the family traits that both the Canes, Mortensens, and the Sonys can understand and be proud to have, proud to know. And to the Kay and Marie herself, the hug still extends endlessly to you. Thank you.
Get choked up at these things, but I am familiar with these microphones. I get to see them all the time. Marie, you're the hero of this town, and your husband was as well, and your whole family for what you went through and what you've done for Ashland, especially for recognizing, unfortunately, an unfortunate circumstance for many family members, and I'm glad to hear about the memorial. And I just wanted to say I'm very happy to see you on a plaque of someone else I also knew, Mary Mortensen, who in my view was a great nurse, just like you. So with that said, I just wanted to congratulate you and your family for your crusade through one of probably the worst things a family can go through. Thank you.
So we're going to take a break now, so everyone can kind of talk to Marie, and then we'll start back up in about 10, 15 minutes. Okay.
Thank you.